to become a premier institution of innovative and ethical leaders for sustainable development. Its mission: the university shall primarily provide advanced education, higher technological, professional instruction, and training in the fields of education, arts and sciences, public administration, information technology, accountancy, law, and other relevant fields of study. It shall also promote research and extension service and provide progressive leadership in its areas of specialization. BukSU Quality Policy. Bukidnon State University is committed to produce globally competitive and responsible graduates through excellent instruction, responsive research, sustainable extension, and quality production for the highest satisfaction of its stakeholders. Bukidnon State University. Educate, innovate, lead.
This is 104.5
DXBU 104.5.
This is BukSU 104.5 FM, bringing you the latest news and updates every
Time check right now, it's already 9:12 in the morning. Of course, welcome here to the program. This is DXBU 104.5 FM, the smart education and community-based FM radio station of Bukidnon State University. Welcome here to the program. This is DXBU News Patrol, bringing you the latest news from local, national, and international that matters. Once again, good morning. I am Kyle Christian Flores. I'll be here until 9:45 in the morning. And today is Thursday, March 6, 2025. Once again, good morning and to all the Bukidnon State University community and of course the students who are taking their midterm examination or they're studying. Of course, to the faculty and non-faculty staff of the Smart BukSU workforce, and of course our University President, Dr. Joy M. Mirasol, our Smart Bukidnon State University President, Vice President for Research, Extension, and Innovation, Dr. Karina Joan B. Barroso, Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Hazel Jane M. Abuela, Vice President for Administration and Finance, Mr. Dante S. Victoria Jr., and Vice President for Culture, Arts, Sports, and Student Affairs, Dr. Lincoln V. Tan. Of course, to our DXBU 104.5 FM, especially to our Operations Manager, Engineer Manuel Chad G. Agurob, and to all the DXBU technical team on duty today, Sir Miguel Luis Aldizo, and of course, Sir Michael. Good morning, good morning. Good luck to all the students, and of course, our student volunteers who are still taking their examination for the midterm exams. Good morning, and of course, have a God bless for your examinations. Now let's start with our headlines for this morning.
DXBU.
Starting up with our local news and our headlines this morning. Balay Health Council strengthens community initiatives. Balay approves ordinance to enhance IPMR competencies. Smart BukSU framework takes center stage at AACUP conference. For our regional news, Davao City advances underground cabling project. Over 600 benefit from Tupad program in Misamis Oriental. The ILG Misamis Occidental strengthens efforts to safeguard 2025 elections. Thousands of women unite for Inspiring Women's Month celebration in Governor Generoso Misamis Occidental. For our national news, proposed file in Congress to declare March as Bawal Bastos Awareness Month. Rich supply trip to Ayungin proceeds unhampered. Government vows to sustain efforts to keep inflation low. And for our international news, Pope Francis spends calm day in hospital, wears oxygen mask overnight. For our sports news, EJ Obiena misses World Indoor Championships and focuses right now on the outdoor season. And our showbiz news, Coco Martin willing to help ex-girlfriend Catherine Luna. Details of our news today. Stay tuned.
Kini ang DXBU. This is DXBU 104.5 FM, bringing you the latest news and updates.
Weather update.
Starting out with our details of our news for our DXB News Patrol today, March 6, 2025. Starting off with our weather update.
DXBU.
Based on the weather forecast from Pag-asa at 4 o'clock in the morning, there is no typhoon or low pressure area within the Philippine area of responsibility. Northern Mindanao is not affected by the northeast monsoon or amihan, but will experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers, thunderstorms, and lightning due to easterlies. The easterlies refer to warm winds coming from the Pacific Ocean, which bring clouds that may cause rainfall in affected areas. Light to moderate winds from the east or northeast will result in waves ranging from 0.6 to 2.5 meters in the coastal waters of northern Mindanao. The province of Bukidnon, including the city of Malaybalay, city of Valencia, and nearby areas will have partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms to easterlies. Light to moderate winds coming from the east to northeast direction will prevail. Possible flash floods and landslides during severe thunderstorms. Over here in the Malaybalay City, average with a minimum temperature of 20 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. Minimum temperature recorded today was 20.4 degrees Celsius at 5 a.m. and maximum temperature was detected at 3 p.m. yesterday with 31.8 degrees Celsius. Maximum rated humidity as of 5 a.m. today was 95% and the minimum relative humidity detected at 2 p.m. yesterday at 63%. Astronomical information here at the Malaybalay City with a sunrise was 5:51 this morning and the sunset will be at 5:51 in the afternoon. And that's it for our weather update. Let's move on to our local news.
Bringing you the heartbeat of our community, local news.
For our local news, starting off, the Malaybalay Health Coordinating Council or HCC convened on March 3 at Gazebo Restaurant, Kasisang to advance critical health initiatives. Key figures including Dr. Dennis P. Sanggalang, Doc Mary Rose L. S. Deticio, Doc Kim T. Luardo, Maria Rica E. Raguro, RN, and Nilen B. Jacinto, RN, led discussions alongside BHW coordinators, HCC officers, and HRH team leaders. The meeting commenced with a focal group discussion addressing quarterly district meetings, preparations for Health Workers Day, and the implementation of Barangay Health Workers Connect, a profiling system for barangay health workers. The Council's collaborative efforts aim to enhance health sector coordination, ensuring more efficient service delivery to local communities.
DXBU.
Moving on to another local news. Malaybalay's Night Sangguniang Panglungsod has approved Ordinance Number 1051 Series of 2025 implementing a competency development framework for indigenous people mandatory representatives or IPMR. This ordinance reinforces Ordinance Number 976 Series of 2021 which protects indigenous rights and culture. IPMRs play a crucial role in local governance, ensuring their communities' voices are heard in decisions and policies. Research by Dr. Lorenzo B. Dinlayan III of Bukidnon State University. Sir, happy listening, by the way. Highlighted the need for specialized IPMR training. The ordinance aims to enhance IPMR knowledge, skills, and governance capacity, pushed by Councilor Renato S. Sumbungan o Dato Makayuba. It was approved by the Council on February 18, 2025 and by Mayor Warren Pabiliaran on February 27, 2025. This move seeks to strengthen IPMR roles, enabling them to effectively represent and protect their communities. Dr. Dinlayan, congratulations, and of course to the City Government of Malaybalay, our Mayor Warren Pabiliaran, and to all the Sangguniang Panglungsod, congratulations.
DXBU.
BukSU's President Dr. Joy M. Mirasol showcased the university's smart BukSU framework at the 38th AACUP Annual National Conference in Marikina City during a plenary session on quality assurance partnerships. Dr. Mirasol highlighted BukSU's progress, partnerships, and programs, emphasizing alignment with the Smart BukSU agenda. BukSU has emerged as a leader in quality assurance and innovation, and of course, stated Dr. Mirasol, demonstrated that regional universities can achieve global standards. The BukSU's delegation, including key faculty and staff, joined Dr. Mirasol. AACUP Board of Trustees member and BukSU's Quality Assurance Director, Dr. Iris April L. Ramirez, also participated. The conference facilitated collaboration and best practice sharing among the higher education institutions.
BukSU.
Moving on to another local news. Thousands of women joyfully gathered March 4, 2025 for a vibrant, inspiring and meaningful celebration of the province-wide Women's Month in Davao Oriental. Governor Generoso Davao Oriental, showcasing their talents and creativity through neo-ethnic dance. The event highlighted the resilience, innovation, and contribution of women to society. With the theme, Babae sa lahat ng sektor, aangat ang bukas sa bagong Pilipinas. Governor Nino Uy expressed his happiness in joining women and provincial officials to honor the vital role of women in building a strong and progressive community. In this message, Governor Uy thanked and recognized women's continuous contributions to society. This celebration allows us to highlight women's contribution across various sectors and identify areas to further support. Your contributions are invaluable and deserve recognition every day. And of course, according to Governor Uy, the event was made more special with the participation of the Provincial Social Welfare and Development Office, or PSWDO, of Misamis Oriental, led by Jovi Bonita. Davao Oriental, led by Jovi Bonita, along the Provincial Council for Women President Charito Uy, Provincial Women Program, Focal Banji Balanay, local police, military personnel, and municipal employees. Filled with joy, prizes, and unity, the celebration provided a moment of empowerment for women. The festivities will continue on March 5 in the municipality of Lupon, where another group of women will be honored for their significant roles in society. And that will be our local news for today. Okay, let's move on to other regional news.
Covering the stories that matter across the region. Regional news.
For our regional news, starting off with in Davao City. Davao City continues phase 2 of its underground cabling project, aiming to enhance safety and more visually appealing central businesses district. The city engineer's office, in collaboration with telcos and utility companies, completed clearing of a portion of Magsaysay Avenue on March 2. Phase 2, from BFAR to the Unity Archway, follows the completion of Phase 1 from the post office to BFAR. The initiative adheres to Ordinance Number 0152-17, mandating underground cabling for telecommunications and utility lines. This project, rooted in Ordinance Number 0177-14, which initially covered the City Hall area, seeks to eliminate overhead cables, promoting a safer and more organized urban environment.
BukSU.
Moving on to our regional news, more than 616 individuals in Balinguan and Medina Misamis Oriental have benefited from the Tulong Panghanapbuhay para sa ating disadvantaged or displaced workers o TUPAD program. Over 2.6 million in assistance was distributed to the beneficiaries. Specifically, 357 beneficiaries came from Balinguan, 249 in Medina. Each received 4,380 pesos for their 10 days of work. First District Representative Christian S. Onabia urged the beneficiaries to use the financial assistance for their household needs. The Department of Labor and Employment, or DOLE, Misamis Oriental, led the distribution in collaboration with provincial government and Representative Onabia's office. This initiative is part of the province's efforts to reduce poverty, aligning with the Single-Digit Poverty Incidence or SDPI program and the Paglaom Agenda's livelihood and employment through industry development. Moving on to another for our regional news from Oroqueta City. Misamis Occidental Provincial Director Pablito L. Benitez Jr., PhD, CESO 5, emphasized the Department of the Interior and Local Government or DILG, Misamis Occidental, firm commitment to strengthening initiatives that uphold the integrity of the 2025 national and local elections. This was highlighted during the first Provincial Coordinating Conference in February 26, 2025 at the Ascenso Misamis Oriental Sports and Cultural Center or AMUSAC. Dr. Benitez reaffirmed DILG's close collaboration with the Commission on Elections or COMELEC and the other government and civic organizations to ensure a fair and transparent electoral process. The conference gathered election officers, local government officials, and representatives from allied sectors to align strategies and enhance interagency coordination. With growing public expectations for an orderly election, the discussions focused on reinforcing mechanisms to guarantee the credibility of the 2025 elections.
BukSU.
So that's it for our regional news for today. Speaking of which, good morning. It's already 9:27 in the morning, and this year still tuning in to the DXBU 104.5 FM, your smart, educational, and community-based FM radio station of Bukidnon State University. To all the listeners out there on our Facebook Live, good morning. Of course, no, sana all in the Davao City, they're implementing the underground cabling so that there will be less tendencies for power interruption or any signal disruptions. So mapasana all lang taan ni mga higala. Of course, happy listening also to all the vice president to the offices today, and of course, happy Thursday to all the examinees for the incoming. For the midterm examination, for the continued midterm examinations. And of course, to all the athletes, good luck also for the intramurals 2025, which will start on March 10. Good morning. And of course, don't forget to like, follow, and share to our Facebook page, facebook.com/DXB104.5 FM, and of course, our YouTube channel. Now let's move on to our national news.
From coast to coast, national news.
In line with the celebration of Women's Month, a proposal has been submitted to Congress reminding the public that harassment is strictly prohibited. House Resolution number 2247, filed by Akbayan Representative Percy Sendena, aims to declare March as Bawal Bastos Awareness Month to strengthen the campaign against harassment. According to Sendana, disrespect towards women and other genders should no longer be tolerated. He emphasized that harassment is unacceptable in public spaces, offices, social media, and especially within the government. Sendena stated everyone should feel safe whether they go without excuses or justifications. End of quote. The lawmakers stressed the respect should not be seasonal and that no one, especially harassers, should receive special treatment. Additionally, Sendana urged the Philippine Commission on Women to conduct a compliance audit in public and private institutions to ensure the proper implementation of the Safe Spaces Act.
BukSU.
In another news, Philippine vessels successfully completed a resupply and rotation Aurora mission to BRP Sierra Madre in Ayungin Shoal on Tuesday, despite being monitored by Chinese ships from a distance. The Armed Forces of the Philippines, or AFP, confirmed. The AFP emphasized that the mission reflects on its unwavering commitment to maintaining a strong presence in the West Philippine Sea. The BRP Sierra Madre, a World War II era U.S. Navy transport ship, has served as an outpost for Filipino troops since it was deliberately grounded in the late 1990s. The mission was carried out in coordination with the Philippine Coast Guard and was completed without any confrontation untoward incidents. AFP officials noted that the fifth successfully RORE mission since July last year. Meanwhile, Malacanang stressed the importance of modernizing the AFP, especially in the light of shifting U.S. foreign aid policies. The AFP's modernization program is set to complete it by the year 2028.
BukSU.
For our last details for our national news, Malacanang assured the public yesterday that the government will continue its initiatives to keep inflation manageable. President Communications Undersecretary Claire Castro cited that the National Economic and Development Authority, or NEDA, report that a lower inflation rate indicates effective government measures. The Philippine Statistics Authority, or PSA, reported that inflation slowed to 2.1% on February, down to 2.9% in January, signaling economic improvement. House Speaker Martin Romualdez praised the administration's success in stabilizing prices and strengthening the economy. Meanwhile, Albay Representative Joey Salceda suggested rate cuts and fiscal expansion, highlighting the need for infrastructure improvements such as sports and inter-island trade. Meanwhile, the Department of Agriculture announced a possible 20 peso per kilo drop in pork prices ahead of the implementation of maximum suggested retail price, or SRP. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Chu Laurel Jr. said the new SRP for pork shoulder and belly will be implemented gradually to align with the decreasing farm gate prices. Now let's move on to our international news.
Connecting you to the world. World news.
For our international news, Pope Francis had a stable day in the hospital on Tuesday with no recurrence of the respiratory crisis he suffered on Monday, the Vatican reported. However, the 88-year-old pontiff will continue to wear an oxygen mask overnight as part of his treatment. Francis has been hospitalized at Rome's Gemelli Hospital since February 14 due to double pneumonia. On Monday, he experienced 2 episodes of acute respiratory failure, marking his third major breathing crisis since February 22. Despite this, the Vatican stated that he remained alert, fever-free, and cooperative with his treatment. Medical experts have expressed concern over his condition, given his repeated respiratory distress and prolonged hospital stay. The Pope has continued working from the hospital but has not made public appearances for nearly 3 weeks. Pope Francis thanked well-wishers for their prayers and support, while speculation remains over his ability to continue leading the Catholic Church amid ongoing health struggles. Now let's move on to our sports news.
All the action. All the scores. Sports news.
For our sports news, world number 4 pole vaulter EJ Obiena fell short of the 5.85-meter qualifying mark for the World Indoor Athletics Championship in Nanjing, China on March 21 to 23. Instead, he will concentrate on regaining his form in training for the outdoor season. Obiena, with age of 29, returned from a 4-month recovery from a spinal stress fracture, finishing second in Cottbus, Germany with 5.65-meter jump on January 29. He later won gold in Metz, France with 5.70 meters but struggled in subsequent meets. His final bid in Estonia on February 22 saw him clear 5.65 meters, but as an outside competitor, he was ineligible for gold. Patafa President Terry Capistrano encouraged Obiena to focus on the Asian Championships in Korea in May and World Championships in Tokyo in September. His advisor, Jim Lafferty, emphasized the need to balance training and competition. Obiena now sets his sights on key outdoor events, including the SEA Games. Now let's move on to our showbiz.
Lights, camera, headlines, showbiz news.
For our final news for our DXBU News Patrol, Coco Martin is willing to help his former girlfriend, Catherine Luna, who previously claimed that he was the father of her child. According to veteran entertainment writer Ogie Diaz, Martin expressed his willingness to include Luna in his hit series Batang Quiapo and support her eye surgery. Reading Martin's message in his vlog, Diaz shared, and he quoted, "Coco feels sorry for Catherine and wants to help her. She was imprisoned, and he hopes to fund her eye operation so she can work again. He is willing to cast her in Batang Quiapo to provide immediate employment." End of quote. However, Martin hopes Luna will change her ways and not return to old habits. He also assured her of the assistance in finding a suitable medical facility for her surgery. Currently in a relationship with actress Julia Montes, Martin has forgiven Luna. Meanwhile, Luna recently clarified in a vlog that Martin is not the father of her child, as confirmed by the 2014 DNA test.
BukSU.
Time check right now, it's 9:36 in the morning. By the way, mga higala, once again, and you're still listening to DXBU 104.5 FM. Of course, starting March 10, it is official. According to the BukSU Sports Council, it is confirmed right now that the intramurals will start at March 10 and will end at March 14, 2025. So, and of course, there is someone who asked that, is it classes will still going on? That is according to you should ask that for the chairpersons, to the deans, to the instructors. But of course, attendance is a must, of course, di ba? Even that you are not an athlete or you're not qualified to join for the intramurals, you're still encouraged to join for the events. Of course, we need the cheer, and of course to unify. That is the aim for the intramurals, to unify the camaraderie and sportsmanship, and of course including to the not just for the athletes but all the students and the coaches, for the teaching and non-teaching staff of the Bukidnon State University. That proves the intramurals just proves that we are one and we are unified as a one Bukidnon State University. So I encourage everyone to participate all the events of the intramurals 2025.
BukSU.
Of course, for your public service announcements or you have any concerns, you can visit the DXBU Panawagan Center, 4th floor, College of Technologies Building, Bukidnon State University, 40th Street, Malay, Balay City. And don't forget, later at 4 o'clock in the afternoon with the DXBU Balita. Oh no, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I am used to 4 o'clock schedule, but it has been moved to 3 p.m. The DXBU Balita Patrol will be at 3 p.m. only here on DXBU 104.5 FM. And of course, on our social media like Facebook and YouTube will be also live. That will be our news for our DXBU News Patrol this Thursday, March 6, 2025. And we would like to thank the following, especially our Smart Bukidnon State University President, Dr. Joy M. Mirasol, Vice President for Research, Extension and Innovations, Dr. Karina Joan V. Barroso, Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Hazel Jane M. Abuela, Vice President for Administration and Finance, Mr. Dante S. Victoria Jr., and Vice President for Culture, Arts, Sports, and Student Affairs, Dr. Lincoln V. Tan. And to all the DXBU 104.5 FM, to our staff, especially to our DXBU Operations Manager, Engineer Manuel Chad G. Agurov, and to all the DXBU News and Technical team. Our technical on duty today, Sir Miguel Luis L. Dizo, and of course, Sir Michael. Sir, to all our sir, thank you so much. Sir Arturo is not here for the meeting for the KBP meeting. And so all the DevCom student, newscasters, student volunteers, thank you so much also. And of course, God bless for your examination. To all the students out there, please study well. And of course, it was a stress. This is Kyle Christian Flores for our DXBU News Patrol. Good morning, Bukidnon. Maayra masulong inyong alan. God bless us all. Good morning, Bukidnon State University.
This is BukSU 104.5 FM, bringing you the latest news and updates.
This is 104.